Please welcome Rabbi Erica Gerson.
Good evening. I am so honored to introduce this evening's keynote speaker, Sheryl Sandberg. Sheryl is, Sheryl is well known for her outstanding professional accomplishments. She's the Chief Operating Officer at Meta Platforms and the former Vice President of Global Online Sales and Operations at Google. Prior to that, she served as Chief of Staff for the United States Secretary of the Treasury, Lawrence Summers. In all of these roles, her impact has been transformative, to say the least. In addition to Sheryl's extraordinary professional achievements, she has made it her life's mission to uplift and inspire others. And I think we've heard tonight where she gets that from. After tragically losing her husband, Sheryl penned the best-selling book, Option B, to help others through their grief. And her first book, Lean In, also a bestseller, has empowered women all over the world to achieve their ambitions. Sheryl is a tireless advocate for women in leadership roles and generously funds the Lean In organization, which makes change in the world. As all of you now know, if you didn't already, Sheryl is the daughter of our beloved United Hatzalah board members, Dr. Joel and Adele Sandberg. Sheryl dedicated her book, Lean In, to them, writing, "To my parents for raising me to believe that anything was possible." Today, Sheryl is taking on her parents' favorite organization and mission, United Hatzalah of Israel, and she is making a significant commitment to saving lives. Sheryl, you are well known for encouraging women to lean in, raise a hand, take on leadership, and that is exactly what the female responders of United Hatzalah do 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Sheryl, on behalf of the United Hatzalah family, thank you for inspiring women everywhere to reach our full potential. Thank you for sharing your time with us this evening, and thank you for joining us as a partner in life-saving through your sponsorship of the Women's Unit. Please join me now in welcoming our keynote speaker, Sheryl Sandberg. There you are. I was looking for you.
Thank you. Thank you, Erica.
Well, first, it's incredible to be here with everybody, and I was just reminded of probably 5 or 6 years ago, I called Ellie and I said, Eric and I decided to increase our donations, but we're making the gift conditional for the first time ever. And he said, conditional on what? And I said, Ellie, you're neither young anymore nor small. You can't sit and coach. I said, you have to fly business class and we're paying for it. And Ellie said, no, I'm not flying business class. I want to use your donations elsewhere. We said, no, the money's a conditional gift upon you flying business class. And then it was about 3 to 4 weeks later when Ellie called me and he said, you know those business class seats that you made me get? He said, I just met the most incredible people sitting in business class. And I said, tell me about it. And he told me about
He paid for getting you in trouble.
Yeah. And he told me about having sat next to these genuine Jewish heroes, and he said he rode back with them. They asked him what he was talking about dictating. He told them. They were intrigued. They rode back to Manhattan. They had breakfast the next day, and he said, these are Jewish heroes that I met on the plane, all because of business class. And here we are today, and it's just really so gratifying to us that who knew that I just thought he wasn't small, and he wasn't young. He needed business class, and now Joel and Adele have become such dear friends to Erica and me, and more than friends, really inspirations and role models of what it means to be a Jew, a parent, and just a person, and really all derived from that one meeting. And in the course of this great friendship, I never thought I'd get an email like this. And actually, Ellie, I saved these messages so that someday you can give your grandchildren. Oxygen saturation is 95% on 50% oxygen with PEEP down to 9. And this is what Joel was doing all day, every day, monitoring your care and reporting back to the board and your many loved ones. And Joel was your guardian angel, and he saved you, and it was all because of that flight that you took when you were dictating in Hebrew, and here we are. So thank God.
Before we conclude, Mark, and I look at you, and I always admire how you're so dedicated, and I always say Hashem just loves you for the family you have. I just look at Erica and your children, and I think you're the richest guy in the world for having these kids and this wife, because sometimes when you have a family, you don't need anything else. And Baruch Hashem, Hashem gave you more than everything, a beautiful family, a great parnasa, and you are the biggest lifesaver for United Hatzalah. There was no one behind the organization like you and Erica. And sometimes I worry and I say, we have Mark Gerson. It's not, like I was really, when I was laying down there, I was saying, we have Mark Gerson. So I want to thank you. So Mark, when we said we're going to make this evening and it's going to be a beautiful evening, what did you think?
Well, every time you bring together people like you always do, it's a beautiful evening. So, of course.
So we're now holding in 14,438,000, and it's a little disappointing for me because, you know, like, we need to make this, it's a high. We need to make this an 18 million minimum, maybe 28 or 36 or something, but we can't be less than 18 million. So what should we do?
Well, what do you think?
I love you. I think you could make miracles happen. And Erica's here. I hope you don't kill me, Erica, but I think we should get to 18 million because we need to have this event. I almost had a heart attack 7 times this week alone. When it started raining 3 o'clock in the afternoon, I wanted to take 10 sleeping pills. I'm waking up tomorrow. You have no idea. All the tables outside were soaking. I said, Hashem, why are you doing this to me? Why are you doing to me? Where we're going to... And we went crazy. So we have to make miracles happen because it came out so beautiful tonight.
Okay, so in honor of the woman who made me a Rebbitzin, and in such friends, role models, and inspirations in Joel and Adele Sandberg, we'll make it 18 million.
Amazing. And this guy does it, and this was anonymous, by the way, because they're not, Erica, come here a second. What? Okay, we're going to have